After losing game one, this is the result we didn't want. What's going on? Born for Sports. Welcome to the Knicks Pacers Eastern Conference Finals Game 2 Postgame. I got my guy Alex in the building. What's good, Al?
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, George?
Yeah. Checking in with homie is joining the show for this is gonna be a therapy night again as the Knicks drop the game 2, 114-109. Before we begin, I ask for the newcomers, make sure you smash that subscribe button to Born for Sports. And what can I say, man? I mean, the Knicks they didn't get it done tonight again. And this time it wasn't a choke like they had in game 1. This was basically a wear down situation in the fourth quarter. They couldn't make timely shots, but most importantly, they couldn't get timely stops. And we're going to talk about it for a little bit of what happened. Unfortunately, there's a hangover for the game 1 loss. Obviously, the Knicks did come out with good energy. They competed. It came down to the last possession of the game in the game, and it just didn't get done tonight. Our clutch player did his best. Our clutch player of the year did his best, but came up short at the end. But this was more about the defense. And the defense just wasn't right. And also the offense, the struggles in the fourth quarter for such a long period of time. We're going to get into that as well. I got some questions about what Tibbs' decisions tonight I did not approve of in that fourth quarter, his rotations. But it just wasn't a good fourth quarter for the Knicks, man, and it cost them. And against a team like Indiana, you got to be able to defend and you got to get them rebounds. And when it's your turn on offense, you got to convert on possessions, and we didn't get that done tonight, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. My guy Ray want to join the show, but what do you think about that, bro?
I honestly, I feel like, a couple people were saying, like, you, Ray, I feel like they should start Mitch and Towns together in game 3 and just see how that goes, because it'll be a combination of offense and defense. Don't get me wrong, I love Josh Hart, but I think he's probably more suited coming off the bench right now at this point, man.
I understand that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because he'll probably bring some energy coming off the bench as well. He loves to run and gun. So maybe that'll help when niggas are like tired, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how Tibbs is. He loves to run niggas to the ground. Excuse my language, but
yeah.
I don't know, bro. I'm just at a loss for words right now, man.
I get it, bro. Yeah, I get it, bro. I mean, it's a fair assessment, and like I said, like you said, I've been saying this, that they need to use it because it's had success at times in the playoffs, and clearly it would have success in game 1. It had success in that first half in game 2. Mitch was really good tonight, I thought, on the defensive and rebounding end. Obviously, they do not have any answers for him. And I just think, especially with the way the game was going, Mikal Bridges didn't get going until probably the fourth quarter. OG was non-existent for most of the point. Okay, tonight on offense. So you gotta go with your guys, man. I mean, you brought Cat here for a reason. Right. I mean, I don't care. Like, you played Mitch more minutes than Cat tonight.
Yeah.
That right there, I'm not. Yeah. And Cat wasn't in foul trouble, and I get it. There's times the defensive lapses with Cat. I get that, but He's here for a reason, and he is your All-NBA sidekick player to our guy Brunson, okay? Yeah. He's there to score, and when you're struggling scoring, you're seeing him on the bench, you don't leave him out there on the bench till it's like 2 minutes left in the game, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling that. I don't mind if you want to keep Mitch in the game. That's the time you go double big. I'm sorry. It's unacceptable to me, bro.
Very unacceptable, man. Oh boy, yo.
Look at Corey. Look at Corey. Yo, Corey, listen, man. I keep telling you, bro, these things, you can do this, bro. It's fine. We know what you about, bro. We know what you about. You only want to talk when this is not happening, but when the Knicks are winning, you MIA, baby. So yes, cool. Pack them up. Pack them niggas up. That's cool. That's cool. But y'all already packed up, bro. Y'all ain't even packed. Y'all packed, bro.
No. They've been packed.
Fuck the Nets, bro.
They've been packed. Like, get these niggas out of here. Yeah, like.
Yeah,
Net fans don't. Y'all got no room to talk. Y'all got no room.
These guys are peasants, bro. The Net fans they crack me up. This is their championship.
Yeah.
How did that big three go with KD? Did y'all even like get to the Eastern Conference? Never.
No, never. They didn't. So.
It's cool though. You can have your moment, Corey. Go ahead. Do your thing, bro.
Be happy.
We appreciate your love on the show. We appreciate.
Be happy now, bro. Be happy now.
We appreciate you checking in with us. All love, baby. All love. Yeah, big ball.
How you went from Detroit to Boston to Indy? What kind of issue is that, yo? Like, you guys are nasty.
Listen,
nasty work.
He might as well be a Net fan. Is garbo. That shit trash, bro. I would do the same.
If I was
a Net fan.
Who's that?
Ray, what up,
Ray?
Who we got? Welcome, Ray, to the show, brother.
Yo, who we got on the line?
That's Corey.
You can't
man.
see me? No.
Corey checking in. Let me throw up his comment.
Nah. Pack him up. Get him off the line, man. Because I don't want to say something mean on the line because I'm an angry man.
That's a fact. Hey,
angry man.
I can't hear you, Ray.
Ain't going in there.
You hear me?
You there, Ray?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. You sound you kind of breaking up though, there, man.
Yeah, it's the area where I'm at.
Okay, sorry, now fellas. We can hear you. That's better. We can hear you now.
That's better. All right, yeah. Cool. What's going on, man?
We getting started on this Knick therapy tonight, man. We just talking about this game and Corey checking in with the hate, with the Nets hate. It's cool though. Hey, listen, Corey, it's all good, baby. I appreciate you coming and at least showing your face, even if it's only when the Knicks lose. So it's cool, bro. It's cool. But just know that you're peasants, bro. The Nets can't have nothing to tell us, nothing to give us, man. Nothing.
Yeah. I don't want to
hear it, bro. You guys had your chances to do something and you did nothing. And you're a bottom feeder. Hopefully, I can't wait to hear all this Giannis talk coming soon too, because when y'all don't get Giannis, we're gonna hear the old flip the script shit about we're better off if we don't get him. We know where that's coming.
You
know the deal.
They're gonna have to trade their whole roster for Giannis, man. Get out of here. They ain't gonna have nothing.
Why would he even want to go there is beyond me.
Right.
Why for what? For what? What is he gonna do out there? He might as well stay in Milwaukee for that. Because the Nets ain't gonna do shit with that roster over there. What are you gonna go there for? For what? You gonna trade? They're gonna trade their whole future just to get him there to do nothing? To rock?
Well, honestly, we need to talk about teams that's in the playoffs now. The Nets are not, so let's get them the fuck out of here. Well,
yeah, for sure.
Honestly, the Knicks just gotta go Sunday. They gotta just guns blazing, man.
Breaking up there, Al.
Can you
breaking up there, bro?
Yo.
Yeah, I hear you, Ray. I hear you. But listen, okay, that's better. All right, so you know what? Listen, this is the bottom line. I'm not feeling how I just feel like call out our coach Tibbs a lot tonight. I'm gonna be honest with it, and I'm not. Listen, anyone that's
we gotta own it. We gotta own it.
Yeah,
I say we gotta own it.
Gotta own it, man.
I'm saying we gotta say the obvious. You know, listen, I've been a defender of Tibbs his whole tenure of the Knicks.
Same here.
But today, I'm sorry. Like this L, like, majority of my blame goes to him.
Right. I get it.
I have there's no reason why in the fourth quarter, Josh Hart is sitting out for 7 damn minutes. And Cat was sitting majority of the fourth quarter.
When we couldn't score, Ray, why is he sitting our second best scorer when we can't score points down the stretch, bro?
That shit is diabolical. Like what the fuck? Like, I'm at the bar in fucking Philadelphia. I mean, I must say, some Knicks fans even showed up. And what was uttering in the fucking bar, even with Knicks and Sixers fans, it's like, yo, why the hell is Cat sitting down? And it's like damn near 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And why? And I totally agree with you, bro, because it's like, bro, we can't, we're struggling to score. And then the lineup he puts out there, he puts Campaign and Deuce in the backcourt, right? And then he's got Bridges, Mitch, and OG. Where the fuck are you getting points, bro? Where are you getting points?
Like he has Cam running point. And I can't stress this shit enough. Like, we're all in a group chat. I keep saying, why is Cam running point?
You know how I feel about Cam, bro. You know I can't stand this fucking bum. He's a bum. Get him out of here. He is a waste of time.
Like,
I'm dead ass serious, yo.
Like for all of that, I trust Dylan to what right? Like, it's like Carl, like Rick Carlisle, like he's running circles around us. He putting random motherfuckers in the game for spot minutes.
Right.
Like, you can't make this shit up, bro.
Yeah.
It's
bad. It's bad.
You know who?
And it's like, I can't. Yeah.
Sorry, McCullough. That McCullough character.
TJ McConnell.
Yeah,
he's a little. Yeah, he's a little fucking pest.
Yep.
It's annoying, bro. It's annoying.
And Campaign is he's a waste of minutes, bro. Like, he gives us nothing, bro. Like, after game 1 in Detroit against Detroit, what has he done, bro?
He's been non-existent. Ever since.
It's insane to me how Tibbs just keeps on bringing him in the game. And it's like, I keep saying this, and I've been saying this for the longest time. The most crucial parts of the games for the Knicks is obvious. It's the Brunson Cat rest minutes. All we need is this bench. We know the weakness of the bench. We know that. We know we have to address that this summer. It's obvious. But we can't think about that right now. So we got it. As a coach, Tibbs, you have to make adjustments. You got to be ready, man. If it's not working, okay, with the guys that are on the floor, you can't leave them in to just sink or swim like that. You just can't. OG wasn't scoring out there. McCall didn't get going into the fourth quarter scoring, okay? Payne there running this point. It's the same old shit coming down the court, just going east-west, driving around, not finding anybody, and just looking for space to either chuck the 3 up or give it to somebody with like 5 on the shot clock. It's the same old rhetoric bullshit every single time. And he keeps doing it. He keeps doing it. Give me Dylan Wright. Give me Colin. Fuck it. I'm in. Whatever. Give me something better than Campaign, fellas.
It's just bad offensive schemes that we're displaying right now, bro. And I was saying in this group chat, it's like, where's like it's so difficult for us to score, and it's like we're trying too hard to score. When we score, it's like we really gotta bust our ass to score. And on their end, it's just easy.
Right. And we know, listen, I mean, the minutes in, first of all, that first half when Mitch was in the game and he made that move and it was working and there was energy and the defense tightened up and the switches all of a sudden started working. Then he went to the double big lineup when Brunson got rest. He got him and Cat on the floor. They're putting in work. Cat is actually scoring. Everything was working. You know what I'm saying? Hart was getting loose balls, getting rebounds. Everything was decent. Everything was decent. And I just don't understand why we can't do more of that. Why? And it worked in game one. Obviously, when we built that sizable lead, okay, the double big lineup worked. Mitch was a factor. But I'm telling you right now, the fact that he played Mitch more minutes than Cat tonight is a problem for me. I'm sorry. We didn't make that trade to have him sitting when we can't score points in the fourth quarter down the stretch of a playoff game. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't accept that. I can't.
Didn't Cat score like 20 points in 27 minutes?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. He had 20 points in 27 minutes tonight. Okay. And I'm just like, you know what? You would think, okay, Brunson is on the bench in the fourth. Even if you want to do that, if you want to give Brunson the bench time to rest, and you want to do that, you gotta have Cat in that game. You gotta have him in the game, especially with Payne running fucking point, bro.
And mind you, while we having this conversation, Tibbs is currently trending #1 on Twitter right now.
Because big fans ain't stupid. We see it. We see the obvious, bro. It's the stubbornness that has just played his prop. This is why people say the stuff they say about him, and it's the stubbornness. It's not. He's not a good coach. He's a good coach. It's the stubbornness, man.
He's a good coach. But I'm starting to believe
he's not a winning coach. He's not a winning
right.
coach.
He's a good coach.
I need you to fix your mic, bro. We can barely hear you. I think you said something about he's not a winning coach.
He's a good coach, but I'm starting to believe he's not the coach that's not going to move the needle for us.
That ultimately can get us over the hump, and that was the question, and that's why I don't fault people for the way they feel with Tibbs. Now I won't go to the levels where people sometimes go overboard, like he's not a good coach at all. But it's these things that make you question whether he is the guy that can take you over the hump. It's
that's
classic.
Gonna move the needle, right?
You know what it is, bro? You know what it is? I'm going to use a baseball term. I've used this baseball term before. I don't know, Al, and I think you're going to agree with me, Al. It's the Buck Showalter debate. It's Buck Showalter all over again. Buck Showalter takes teams to a certain point. He gets them back to relevance. He takes it to a certain point. You get to the playoffs, but when it's time to get over the hump,
he doesn't get there.
Buck doesn't get it done. And then when he leaves, that team finds a way with the next guy
to win a chip.
To get over the hump. And this is what this is. This is Buck Showalter in the NBA form. I'm telling you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're much better, brother.
Much better. Much better, yeah.
What do you think about that, Al?
No, you're absolutely right. And, that's how I used to say about Buck Showalter, too. Like, good coach. You know what I'm saying? He'll get you to almost to that point, but never get you to that point. And that's Tibbs, bro. How many times have we seen him in the Eastern Conference Finals or Western Conference Finals, blah, 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 and never gotten over the hump? He's a good coach. He just can't. He's not a championship. He's not a championship coach. We need a championship coach here, bro. That's just my opinion.
If we lose this series, it's going to be a conversation. It's going to be a conversation that will not shake off. Now, I don't think the Knicks are gonna get rid of him. I think the fact that we got this far is probably already sealed it. But if we get swept or some shit like that, that's unimaginable.
Oh, he's done.
I think it's a conversation again. Because I don't think anyone saw that coming, and I don't think we're gonna get swept. I think the Knicks are gonna fight back in this series before this is over. Okay, I believe that in my heart. I believe that. But these things here is what wears our ugly head. Now, I'm not blaming Tibbs for game one. That was on the players. They fucking choked. That was on the players. But tonight was on Tibbs. This was on Tibbs tonight. No doubt about it.
Big time.
28 for 40 in the first game at the free throw line. That's obviously the Knicks players. Yeah, that's the Knicks. That's on the Knicks players.
12 free throws in a playoff game.
And expect to win.
Free throws in a playoff game, especially when you get 40 attempts. That
Right.
is ridiculous. The Knicks scored 135 points in game 1. You
Right.
can't lose that game. You can't.
Imagine if you
can't.
hit 10 of those. Imagine if you hit 10. If you 38 for 40.
Yeah.
You smoke those guys. You smoke those guys. They have no
Bro,
chance of winning.
Bro, if we would have just hit 2 more when the game was on the line with OG
and
we win.
We win.
We
We
win.
win. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that simple. You can't do those things because those things cost you games, and it costs us. That's
Yeah.
on the players. But
Yeah.
tonight was on Tibbs. He got
Yeah.
our coach tonight, and I just think he I don't know if it was a panic move. I don't know what it was, but his substitutions in that fourth quarter were abysmal to me.
It was
They
nasty.
They were
was nasty.
abysmal. Let's check in with the chat. Eric Texas says Dylan Wright should have been playing since round 1. Obviously, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I know Ray agrees. I know Al agrees.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been playing. He earned the right. And bro, do you guys remember when Brunson was hurt for that month, and Dylan Wright was getting minutes? The bench played much better. Okay, Payne. We were thinking Payne was going to be out the rotation come playoff.
That was fun. Yeah,
that's how well Dylan Wright and Kolick played, because it was like you could see the difference in how the team was being run and playing without Payne doing that. You know what I'm saying? Well, Dylan Wright was running it defensively. He was creating. He was setting his teammates up. He wasn't dropping 10, 12 dimes, but at least he was running the offense. It was an upgrade from what Payne was giving us. Kolick obviously was giving us an upgrade offensively, what he was giving us. I was thinking that it was a chance that he would have been out of the playoff rotation, but he stuck with him in game 1, and you give Payne credit. He had a big game 1 against Detroit, but I haven't seen shit from him since. And every time I see him in the game, I just shake my head and close my eyes like, please just make sure this lead don't get out of hand until Brunson get back. And the bar is so low for me when he's there, bro.
I don't blame you. But another thing too that's hurting the Knicks is the turnovers, bro. These niggas, bro, these guys is like, I'll just be like, what are y'all doing out there, yo? What's going on? Are y'all thinking?
Yeah. I mean, as great as Brunson played in game 1, it was 7 turnovers. I mean, that's uncharacteristic from him. We don't usually see that.
7.
And tonight, I mean, let's look at the numbers. I mean, we obviously lost the turnover battle tonight. I'll tell you right now what the turnover numbers were.
It was 13 turnovers, and they had 10.
Look at that.
Yeah, and it felt like more than that. And how many times was it in key situations? When we're up 3 or 4 or whatever, and we're about to stretch the lead out a bit, and then we turn it over, they come down and they hit a 2 or they hit a 3, whatever. Or Al, we lost Al. Let me get him back in.
I'm back. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. We do that, and then we're down 2. We finally get a stop, we get a rebound, and then we turn the ball over, and then they go down there and they hit a 3. I mean, it's obviously at the wrong time. And in the fourth quarter, it was some couple of turnovers that hurt, man. And hey, the Knicks got to tighten that shit up, man. They got to tighten that shit up.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. And to me, it's not Indiana. It's not like that. Indiana is not. I know you listen to Reggie Miller and Stan Van Gundy, you would think Indiana is the 1989 Bad Boys defense.
No guzzlers. They are no guzzlers.
But in reality, it's just the Knicks over dribbling, miscommunications on spots where the passing lanes. It's just not good basketball. It's just not good basketball that's going to win you games in the playoffs. And the Knicks got to tighten that shit up, especially going on the road. Which they've been, and that's another thing where I don't understand with this team. They seem to struggle more at home than on the road.
On the road, yeah.
What's going on? I mean, we're supposed to have a home court advantage. Madison Square Garden is electric, and they seem to have more games where they're not crisp or on point and bad losses than they do on the road. I don't understand it, but this is what we're at, and this is where they put themselves at.
It always goes back to these stupid ass guys who like, yo, Garden is my favorite place to play in. These stupid villain niggas. It's just so annoying, yo. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we have not done a good job this year making Madison Square Garden a
home court.
advantage in the
man.
playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
we've had home court in against Detroit and against Indiana, and we're in an 0-2 hole right now. When we played Detroit with our home court in the first 2 games, we split 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
That's not, and then but what we do, we go on the road in Detroit and we win 3 games out there. You know, it's weird.
It's
we
weird.
We go to Boston and we go 3-1 over there. Well, 2-1, I should say, over there. You know, this is stuff that the Knicks have to be better at, man. You got to protect home court, man. You got to protect home court, man. Cliff checks in. What's goody, Cliff? Welcome to the show, brother. You know it's therapy time tonight. Daryl checks in. Tibbs needs to be fired, and this bench needs help badly. Well, listen, if they get swept, it could happen. I'm not going to rule it out. I mean, I know the Knicks want to keep them. I know they do. And honestly, you know, getting to the Eastern Conference Finals is a big deal, especially for us not being there in 26 years. I was quoted saying, hey, we could put that to bed after we advance. But I mean, I wasn't thinking we'd be down 0-2.
Right,
heading into Indiana, you know, with our backs against the wall like that. And hey, it's a conversation again, and that's unfortunate. You know, that's unfortunate. As far as the bench goes, we know in the summer we got to address that. When you make a trade 2 days before training camp, hey, the bench is, you know, like that. It's going to be a tough one. They gamble with campaign. It has not worked. It just hasn't. He stinks.
Him and Shamit, man.
I'm just like every time he's in the game, it's just like,
Father, this guy stinks.
I mean, why in the world is he like he's coming down the court and it's just like, bro, it feels like Roberto Clemente State Park, Al. Like dudes just run and take and just if I see dude go, I'm just gonna go to the hole and somebody go miss the shot. Like it's ridiculous, bro.
Yo, we lost this game with Halliburton not having his best game.
Yeah, Halliburton didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
He was very. I won't say he didn't do nothing because he did hit a couple of big shots in the fourth, but he was quiet tonight. It wasn't a
Halliburton type game.
Takeover. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
It wasn't a takeover.
What's his name? Siakam
Isaiah Thomas tweeted, Tibbs getting out coach. This happens to his teams every year because he doesn't trust his bench.
Yeah.
You gotta own it. Like Ray said, you gotta own it. Everyone's seeing that we getting out coached out here. Everyone. From the stars, from former players, former coaches, people that watch the game. Rick Carlisle is doing a number on him tonight. He did a number on him. Literally. Okay? Straight like that. And you knew after game 1, Carlisle was gonna have some wrinkles. You know that. And this is what we get. We get a lineup in the fourth quarter of OG, Mitch, Mikal Bridges, Campaign, and Deuce. That's what we get. Trying to hold on the game with Brunson sitting on the bench and Cat. This is what we cannot have. We just can't have that. I mean, it's just simple. And I was saying it in the chat. I was like, he's leaving Brunson in the game too long with this lineup out there. I'm sorry. He's leaving him out the game too long with that lineup. I mean, at least put Cat back in. He didn't put Cat back in until it's like 2 minutes left in the game. 2 minutes left in the game. In the fourth fucking quarter. I mean, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
He decides to sub in Cat when we're down 10 points with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Like, you can't make this shit up.
Insane. Yeah. Insane, yo.
Hold on a second, fellas.
Oh God, yo, man. I'm just at a loss for words right now. Like, shit's sad, bro. Sad.
Yeah, pardon me on that. But yes, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's beyond me that he said, you know what? We're facing an 0-2 hole if we lose this game. I'm gonna try this after what Rick Carlisle has shown me. I mean, you got to be fucking kidding me, bro. I can't roll with that. I'm not going to pretend just because I think Tibbs is a good coach doesn't mean I'm going to ignore that. I mean, I can't have that. I cannot have that lineup and Cat sitting on the bench twiddling his thumbs that long. I'm sorry, especially when we're struggling to score. I mean, you got to be fucking kidding me, bro. I'm beyond heated about that.
It's disgusting.
Cliff says, I've been Tibbs high, but he does not have them buttoned up. You can see the difference between how Carlisle has his team compared to us. Yes, and listen, Rick Carlisle is one of the best coaches in basketball. Let's get that out the way. This is not him going against Bickerstaff or some low-budget coach. This is the cream of the crop of the top-tier coaches in the league. So, Tibbs, I need better than that. I need better solutions than that. I mean, come on. Did you really think that was going to really work tonight? I mean, come on. And on top of that, it's obvious that what is Carlisle doing, y'all? He's making sure to use his bench because he knows he has a solid bench. And when he sees these lineups that Tibbs is throwing out there and he sees that the teams are struggling to score offensively, what is he doing? He's putting his guys in the bench to sub and keep his guys fresh to start. His stars fresh. He's keeping his stars fresh because he knows that Tibbs is throwing stupid lineups out there. So he's like, oh, thanks. Thank you. Appreciate it. You know, we'll do that. Okay, cool. You know, I just it's beyond me, bro. I don't get the logic, and you know, I know Cat it takes heat, and obviously because his shortcomings defensively, but I just think when you're in that position, you got to ride with your guys, man. You got to ride with your guys, especially when he's your second best scorer on that team.
Oh, the team, yeah.
Okay, you got to do it. You got to do it. The defense wasn't bad tonight. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad tonight. They didn't give up 138 tonight. Okay. The obvious problem was the scoring. Okay. Yes, there was lapses on defense at times. Of course it is. We deal with that during the court, ebbs and flows of the game. But for the most part, the issue was we could not score in the fourth quarter. How many points did we score in the fourth quarter, y'all, as a team? 28. We had 28 points as a team in the fourth quarter, but a lot of that was within the last few minutes because Brunson was hitting threes and shit to close the gap. And when we got within one possession, that's it. Most of that time when Brunson was on the bench and Cat was on the bench sitting, we were struggling. I know everyone out there saw that. I know they did. Daryl says Knicks too much one-on-one and the offense looks bad. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know if it was one-on-one per se. I just think guys they struggled to make shots until Bridges got going a little bit in the fourth quarter. They just struggled to make shots tonight. Listen, Brunson had how many assists? I know he had at least 10 assists tonight. Okay. Let's see. I could have sworn he had over 10 assists tonight. He had 11 assists tonight. You know, so he was doing his part, but guys got to make shots, fellas. Guys got to make shots. Okay. The team assists, all right, 18 as a team. That's not really great, but also a lot has to do with that. And I bet you know where I'm going with this, Ray. The reason why the assists were down as well, despite Brunson's 11 assists, Campaign was running too many minutes at the point. And Josh Hart did not have a lot of minutes as well. People be sleeping on Josh Hart, his contributions with ball movement.
Yeah.
They be sleeping with his ball movement.
That's why I feel he needs off the bench, man.
Yeah.
I feel like he has a different type of energy off the bench. I think you need to start Mitch and Cat and build off that because this shit it's not looking good right now, man.
Yep. Hart only had 1 assist tonight.
One.
I mean, 1 assist.
All right. How many minutes he played? Like 23, 24? Some wild shit there.
He played 28 minutes, but he was sitting a long time in that fourth quarter.
Yeah,
He sat a long time. You know, so hey, listen, players got to play at the end of the day, but your coaching has to be ready when you're facing a top tier coach like Rick Carlisle. You got to be ready. You got to come up with something better than that for me, than that kind of a lineup in that fourth quarter. All right. I can live with that kind of a lineup in the first half at time. Not in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Not in the fourth fucking quarter. No. No. Just because you want to rest me. Okay, you want to tell me Brunson's in foul trouble and Cat's in foul trouble? All right, I'll stomach it. But not when you're just trying to give your man rest minutes. Not in the fourth quarter. No, I'm not accepting that. No way.
You know what's funny? It's crazy. They were saying Rick Carlisle, he saw Halliburton and a few guys wasn't playing well, so he was going into deep into his bench. He got players that don't even I've never heard of playing.
Yeah,
like bro.
They
I don't know what to say, man.
He has a lot of confidence in those guys.
This man just doesn't trust his bench, and it's gonna be his downfall.
Yeah,
He's gonna be his downfall.
He's never trusted his bench since he's been the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. Maybe he never really trusted his bench, bro. He's never really trusted them. It's annoying. It's wild annoying, bro. It's wild annoying. You cannot rely on Brunson and Cat to continuously the mountaintop. These guys get tired. They get tired, yo. They get fucking tired, man.
Oh, man, I ain't gonna front. When he went to the end of the bench, he brought that big in. What's his name?
Oh, but no.
Who?
I don't even know this motherfucker that he's bringing off the bench, but he got trust in him.
Who? Yeah.
Like,
who? Yeah, who the fuck is that?
I'm like, he got him in the game. I mean, he and the reason why he did it was because Carlisle had an adjustment plan ready. He knew that they can't handle Mitch. So what did he do? He said, listen, Turner ain't it right now. He's not working. This is not working. You know what? Let me go with size, so at least I can have a chance on the boards. Hey, it's something that makes sense. I guarantee that's something we would have never seen from Tibbs do that. We're just not gonna do that. If it was the other way around, he wouldn't do it. You know,
I know people don't like Precious, but let him get some minutes in there. Like he's quick enough to probably.
I would have took Precious minutes.
Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins just tweeted, if or when the Pacers win this series, Tibbs' decision to bench Towns in the fourth is going to get him fired. I get it. He wanted to get some defensive stops, but it didn't work.
I mean, why is it we see that? Why is it everyone else sees that except this freaking coach? I mean, I just don't fucking get it.
That's bad.
In a game 2, when you're facing an 0-1 hole and staring at 0-2, you say, let me go with that lineup? And you let Cat sit there until 2 minutes left in the fucking game, bro? And he's not even in foul trouble. Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
Sense, bro.
Yeah.
Don't give me that.
What was that game that he did that?
Double big lineup. Let's do it.
What was that game that he did that with Brunson? He had him sitting too long. It wasn't game 1. I can't remember the series. Was it against Detroit? It was some game that he had Brunson on the bench for so long, and we lost that game. He finally brought him in with 2 minutes remaining. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you doing, son?
Yeah.
I can't remember the game.
Yeah, I think it was something like that happened. But this is a decision to me that Tibbs, this shit, this is not good, man. This is not good. It's his turn now. The players took the heat for game 1. This is on him tonight, and he's gonna have a long time. You know, it's probably best that they get the hell out of here and go take a flight to Indiana because it's gonna be a rough go. It's gonna be a rough go out here for the Tibbs criticism. The Tibbs haters are gonna be out in full force, and he did it to himself. Corey checks in, says What's up, Corey? Shout out to Corey joining the show. Appreciate it. He had Cat and Hart on the bench way too long in the fourth quarter. Yeah, we all see it. We all see it. But Tibbs said, hey, why not? Let's run it. Let's do it. Because this has got to work, right? It was almost like he just went into a freaking bowl or a hat and picked that out and said, opened the paper up and said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Because that shit made no sense to me. None. I mean, OG wasn't even scoring. Why? What was the logic in that, though? Like, it's beyond me, bro. It's beyond me. What did Deuce do tonight? Was he scoring? I mean, I know he had a couple of buckets first half, but was he scoring? I'm sorry, he wasn't.
He had a couple threes. Yeah,
25 minutes, 5 points. 25 minutes, he had 5 freaking points and took only 5 shots. He only took 5
1
shots.
3. Oh God!
But you got him in more than Hart. That was your answer? A campaign, Deuce McBride backcourt with Brunson on the bench for rest minutes, and also with Cat not getting back on the floor until 2 minutes left in the fucking game. I don't get it. I don't get it. Hood Take T checking in. What's good, brother? Lost for words. Yeah, bro. And T, we've been talking about it. We've been defending Tibbs as well. How can we defend this shit tonight? We can't. We can't do it.
Can't.
No one can defend this. And again, like I said, the Tibbs haters, they pound of flesh these next couple of days for this bullshit tonight that he pulled tonight. Okay, I'm sorry. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one. And man, they better win game 3. They better win game 3 because if they don't, Tibbs might get packed up, y'all. He might get packed up, unfortunately. All the shit that we put with all the stuff good that he did up until this point. Now he comes up to another tier against another a coach in the high tier, and this is what he pulls. It's not good, y'all. Not good. Not good. It says, I think it's a huge indictment on Thibodeau that he is a so-called defensive coach and they've not been consistently good defensively all year. Well, I'll say this about that. They kind of changed the identity of the team. We know the kind of defensive coach Tibbs is, but we also know the kind of defensive coach he likes. He wants the kind of defensive team he prefers. You know what I'm saying? They sacrifice a little defense for more scoring in the starting lineup because they felt like they're long term, they're a better fit with Cat at that position to bring the scoring because that's how they wanted to play. They made these moves for Bridges and for Cat to beat Boston. That was what they were doing because they felt like I just feel like they probably didn't respect Cleveland enough this year or Indiana. They felt like, hey, we respect those teams, but we're not afraid of them. We feel like we're better than when we make this move. These moves are to go against Boston, and that's what they did. And, hey, first year with a new nucleus, there's going to be some defensive issues. We also know Cat is not that kind of a defensive player. He gives effort, but he has injury. He has not injury. He has what do you say? He has lapses on defense.
On defense, yeah.
He has lapses. You know what I'm saying? And he's very foul prone. So these are things that, in my opinion, why Mitch should be starting because he would make up for those things. When you move Cat from out of there, you put Cat at the 4 and you use Mitch at the 5 and you go from there. Okay, you go from there. Now all of a sudden your defense is not as making as many mistakes. We all know what Bridges and OG does on the wing, but it's very difficult to keep it on all 5 positions. We know Brunson, as great as he is, he's not a great defensive player. We know that. You know what I'm saying? He's basically bottom tier at his position in that category, but he's not there for that. And neither is Cat. They'll give effort, but they're there to put that ball in the hoop. Okay, they're all NBA players for those reasons. Okay. You taking out my second best offensive player that can put the ball in the hoop when we struggling to score till 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you can kick rocks with that bullshit. That is not going to fly with me, okay? That is not going to fly with me. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. All right. And before we wrap up the show tonight, let's talk about the turning point of the game, and obviously it's what we've been talking about. When the Pacers went on that run with Brunson on the bench in the fourth quarter, that was the turning point of the game because it was an uphill climb from there, and then inexplicably, Cat sat till 2 minutes left. So that was the turning point, and I love OG. I don't think Siakam's great game tonight was because OG played a bad game against him. Siakam just did a great job. He was just on point tonight. He got cooked. OG just got cooked tonight. Okay, he got cooked. As great as he is defensively, this was a matchup tonight that he did not do well against. Siakam killed us tonight, and he's the reason why the Pacers really got this win tonight as well, because Halliburton didn't do much tonight. Okay,
No,
Naismith ain't shoot 8 threes tonight. When those balls with those lucky bounces didn't go their way tonight like that. It was Siakam and the fact that the Knicks could not score enough points in that fourth quarter. What do you think about that, Ray?
Listen, I mean, it's like they're taking turns. The first game, it was Halliburton that was killing us. And then it's like game 2, Siakam is killing us. It's like literally, bro.
It was Halliburton and Naismith hitting every fucking three that he threw up.
Right. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I think a lot of people, they underestimated the Indiana Pacers because it's like they're overall a good team because they have these quality players that they can literally take turns of, all right, it's going to be your night. Okay, tomorrow's going to be your night. It's like it goes on and on down the list, bro.
They wear you down offensively with the up tempo and their bench is deep.
And it's like Rick Carlisle, he's best with this group because the team earned his trust, whereas he can pick and choose literally and just run different plays out there. And it's easy to put a clinic or on an opposing team where a coach clearly doesn't trust his bench because now they're throwing different bodies at Brunson. They throwing different bodies at Cat. So it's difficult to even overcome something like that. Honestly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And don't get me wrong. Game 1, we had in our back pocket. To me, it was like a 60-40. I give 60% of the blame to the players. I give 40% to the coaching. The reason why I'm giving it to the players is because it was like we literally had free throws that we could have made and we could have still the game. But tonight it's on Tibbs, bro. Like Stephen Wonder can see the F up, literally, bro.
Yeah.
We're being out-coached out there.
100. 100.
Cliff just said something true. He doesn't trust or develop the bench. If he was coaching Indiana, if he had the same players in Indiana, he probably played 7 or 8 guys. It's a fact. The guy doesn't develop players. He
doesn't play his young players, man, and you got to develop them. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you listen? I said this all year, and like I said, I've been a Tibbs backer. He's a good coach. I've said it to people who are a little unfair with the criticism with him when it's just out of control. Hey, is he the championship caliber coach? That's all fair game. I've never shied away from that. I get anyone bringing that up because until you do it, that's the label. It is what it is. But this is my biggest criticism against Tibbs has always been he doesn't play his young players enough to develop them and sink or swim with his bench. That is his issue. I don't like how he does that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you look at Tyler Kolek every day at practice and Delon Wright? And let's even bring Delon Wright, who's not even a young player like on that level. Let's bring him in this. How do you look at that and say, I'm not going to play Tyler Kolek, but I want to play Campaign?
Yeah.
How do you do that? I just don't see. What is it he's seeing in practice from Campaign that gives him that much confidence? I don't
Dog,
see it.
there was a lineup where it was Dukes and Campaign and the rest of it just bigs. Like what the fuck? What
Bro,
What are
that's
we
what I was
kind of
doing?
talking about earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, what we
kind
doing?
of a fucking lineup is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Brunson on the bench, bro, he did that shit in the fourth quarter, Ray. He did that in the fourth quarter, bro.
And let me say this. This may fuck with you guys because I'm looking at the stat sheet right now. I'm not the craziest. I'm not the crazy analytical guy. So, but this is pretty disturbing. Did you know the Pacers played a total of 11 plays this game, and we
Yeah.
only
Look at
played
that.
8?
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at this.
The 11th guy was the center we were talking about.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yep.
11 plays to 8. You talk about he played 3 more players than us.
Yep.
And then, quick
Oh
question.
man.
How many plays do you have on the bench? I mean, how many plays do you have in total in basketball? Is it 12? It's 12. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah,
It's
12.
it's 15 and you had 12 on the bench.
active.
12 on
is
the bench.
12. Yeah, active. is
12
12.
active is so he played 11 out of 12. Meanwhile,
Bro.
yo, so I don't know what to say. I've been saying, y'all already know how I've been feeling about Tibbs for years. So
Yep.
this is nothing new for me. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. They gotta just win game 3. They gotta win
Yep.
game 3. Bottom line.
Yep.
Man.
And that's gonna wrap
Nothing
up
else to say.
tonight's therapy in this show tonight. And it's
Yeah.
listen, they gotta wear it. They're down 0-2. They're down 0-2, and this is where we're at. And there's a lot of blame to go around for that. But I will hold on to this as a glimmer of hope right now. The Knicks are 5-1 on the road in the playoffs this year. They need to get the fuck out of New York right now. They do. They need to get away from all of this, from all of what's going on right now. Obviously, there was a hangover from the game 1 choke job. Okay. Tibbs' decisions tonight, he's going to get murdered the next couple of days. It's actually probably a good thing that they are getting out of New York right now. Hopefully, there's some kind of bonding going on and some heart-to-hearts on that plane. And they're just saying, you know what? Let's go out there and leave it all out there. Okay? Let's leave it all out there in Indiana. Let's go get game 3. As soon as we get game 3, then now the pressure goes back on them. That has to be the mindset right now. The mindset has to be right now, get game 3, make sure this gets back to New York for game 5. That has to be the motto right now.
The only positive about playing away games as an away team, that when you're going to another city, now you can strictly focus on basketball.
That's it.
Right.
You ain't got to worry about, oh, okay, I need to get such and such how many tickets for my wife. I got to make sure she gets here.
Yep.
I got to make some last minutes. Now, when you go to another city, now as an away player, all you thinking about is ball. All you thinking about what we doing tonight was the game plan. Listen, I don't even want to say this on a broadcast. At the end of the day,
we got this floor, baby. Do your thing.
I gotta be optimistic, man. I don't want to sound like that type of fan that just quickly give up. Game 3 is a must win.
Oh, no doubt about it.
It's a must win.
Bro, Ray, you are on point. There is no game. It's game 7 on game 3 for us. You cannot go down for you can't. They gotta this is why I said they gotta leave it all on the line. Like Ray said, before I let you finish your point, Al.
Yeah.
Like Ray said, it's got to be about all ball from here on out. It's actually a good thing they're going out there. They have to get this game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And I'm sorry, Tibbs. I don't even want to hear Tibbs got a nap on that plane. He better be on the fucking ball, coming up with something tonight for that shit. I don't even want to hear he took a nap based on this fucking performance tonight. Go ahead, I'll finish your point before we get up.
What I was gonna say is every game got to be a game 7 for them at this very point. Every game has to be a game 7 for them. Bottom line, they have to come out on some I don't give a fuck type shit. We have
Yeah,
to win game 3, yo.
that's it.
We got to do it, you know.
That's it. You can't go down 3-0, man. You can't go down 3-0, and it sucks because you're gonna have to go into a hostile environment. We all know how tough it is. It can be in Indiana. They're gonna have their crowd. They're gonna be hyped up, and we know that we're not gonna get a lot of calls out there. But this is what they did. They put themselves in this position when they choked that game 1, and this garbage ass game plan in the fourth quarter that freaking Tibbs did tonight. They put themselves in this position, so now it's up to them to get themselves out of it. Are they capable? Fuck yeah, they're capable. Hell yeah, they're capable. That's why I still have hope in the series. All right? You got to get 4 wins. The toughest win, I've always said this, and I'll continue to say it. The toughest wins to get in a playoff series is game. The first one, get the first win and the 4th win. The Knicks have to have that mentality that it starts and ends on game 3 Sunday. We got to get that win. And you get that win, guess what? Momentum's a funny thing. Momentum is a funny thing. Now they can breathe if they get that one and maybe even get game 4. But let's go one at a time. Game 3 must win. Bottom line. Bottom line.
Yeah.
So that's going to wrap up the show tonight. Before we go, any last words from my guys? We'll go one at a time. Ray, what's your last words, brother, for the night?
Listen, George.
Thank you for joining
listen, man. No, actually, thank you for this platform because the way how I was feeling just leaving the bar, I had to reach out. I'm like, drop the link. I need a vent because the way I'm feeling right now, I really feel like busting a window out my car. Like that's how mad I was.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
That's how extremely mad I was. You know, you know, it's unfortunate that I had to end the night early. You know, I was out with my coworkers. You know, they seen it in my face. Like, whoa, you know what? Yo, do you want a shot, man? I'm like, no, I'm good. Listen, you guys have a great night. I need to walk out because the way I'm feeling right now, if somebody say the wrong thing to me while we here in this facility, I'm gonna hurt them. I'm gonna hurt them. That's how I'm mad. This is how personal this loss is to me. This is I'm that much. I tell people all the time, I'm a legit Knicks crash out. Like they play with my emotions, I will hurt somebody.
Right.
But this, you know, this live been extremely therapeutic. I feel a little better. I had to let out some stream, man. So
man.
I really appreciate this platform, and I really hope we see a different Knicks team on game 3. You know, if they really want it, like the fans are dying, how we really want a championship here in New York, we will see in game 3.
It's time to fight.
That's it.
It's time to fight. I totally agree with you, Ray. It's time to fight. It's time. This is it now. I mean, this is about, hey, we're not going out without a big swing. You know, you're gonna take us out, you're gonna have to take us out. We're not gonna make it easy on you. We're gonna fight. This has to be similar to what Boston did to us in game 3 when we came home. You know, that pride game, like, hey, tonight we're gonna get it done tonight somehow, some way. And they blew us out that time. The Knicks have to just concentrate, get a win. That's it. Do whatever it takes as a team. No egos, no bickering. Get a win. Bottom line. That's all it's about. Game 3, nothing else. Nothing else. And Tibbs, I don't want to hear he even took a nap on that play. I mean it. He better come up with something better than what we saw in that fourth quarter.
Hey, he better not go to sleep for the next 2 days, for the next fucking 36 hours. You better figure out a strategy. And it sucks because we only getting a day rest, but you gotta figure something out and try to get the guys, you know, aligned with whatever planning that you have. You gotta figure something out. You know, we're in this hole. We're in this hole. Now we gotta crawl the fuck out of this hole.
100 grams, 100 bands, baby. That's exactly what it is. Al, any last words before we roll out of here?
For me, it's just let's go. That's all I got.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. So we'll take one last comment for the night. Okay, Knicks in 6. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Cliff, I love it. We're going to ride out to the end. We're going to ride out
Mhm.
no matter what. This series is not over. I'm not giving up on them. Hey, it's the playoffs. A series can change at a drop of a dime. It happens all the time, man. It's going to be tougher for us because we got to go on the road the next two, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. If the Knicks played the way they played in game 1 for the first 46 minutes, they can win game 3. That's the mentality they have to play. They have to play full 4 quarters and get the job done. And I'm confident it'll happen. I'm confident still. I'm going to believe in this team because, hey, they've answered the bell every time they had their back against the wall. They've answered the bell. So let's just hope that they got one more in them. That's it. So that's going to wrap up the show tonight. Thanks for everyone joining me tonight. For the Knicks, they take another tough loss. They lose to the Pacers, 114-109. They head to Indiana for game 3, down 0-2 in the series. And not ideal, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But, hey, we got to get the job done somehow. And, hey, like I said, the toughest things to do in an NBA playoff series, and any series at that in sports, is win game 1 and game 4. They got 2.
Please.
They got 2. We got to get 1 and get back in this thing. And hopefully it's Sunday at 8 o'clock.
Let's go, yeah.
Please pray for Tibbs, man. Like,
man, listen,
please,
he ain't gonna get no prayers from me tonight. I tell you that right now. Not tonight, man. He better hope I wake up in a better mood because he ain't getting them tonight, brother. But hey, that's gonna do it for y'all, man. That's gonna do it for the show. Thanks for Al joining me. I appreciate it. Thanks for Ray and everyone out there joining in the chat. I just asked for the newcomers to do one thing. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button to Born for Sports, because I talk sports. And I don't just talk all sports. I talk New York sports. As you can see, big-time Knicks fan. We having some therapy tonight. Hopefully the series is going to turn when we get to game 3 on Sunday night. I talk New York Giants football. Yes, New York Giants football. Hey, Abdul Carter signed his rookie contract the other day. So, hey, he signed his fully guaranteed, got his contract done. So that's out the way. Hey,
let's go.
We're going to start seeing some videos coming real soon about OTAs where it's mandatory reporting. Can't wait for that. Hey, football season will be here sooner than y'all think, y'all. Stay tuned on that. I talk New York Mets baseball. I see they're in some extra innings with the Dodgers right now. Hey, I talk it all, man. I talk New York Yankees. I talk New York Jets. I talk the Nets. I talk whatever you want to talk about in the world of sports, especially New York sports. Shout out to Knick Nation. Like and subscribe to Born for Sports. Let's go, Knicks.
Let's go.